Welcome to Kologarn. Okay, this is actually quite an easy fight. What makes it difficult is the amount of space that you've got to manoeuvre yourselves, given the ability that the boss has. So, firstly, overhead smash. Instant attack, it decreases your tank's armor by 25% for 45 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. Obviously, you don't want it to stack up to 4 times, you want 1 to 2 times max. So, have 2 to 3 tanks up front, and as the debuffs start to stack on them, rotate your tanks so they've got plenty of armor and they're not going to take too much damage. Next, Petrifying Breath. This is not something you should ever have to worry about, because it's only cast when you've got nobody in melee range. If you does cast it, well, it'll be the first and last time that fight you see it cast, because it'll be a raid wipe. So make sure your tanks are in melee range at all times. Next is the Focused Eye Beam. Debatably, this could be the most damaging effect that you're going to face. It all depends on how manoeuvrable your players are, really, and that ranges obviously from guild to guild. Whilst it doesn't do much damage, wherever it hits, it actually damages within 3 yards, and continues to damage that spot, or it's actually that player, because it targets a player, as that player moves through the raid, so everyone else needs to move out of the way of any incoming beams. And the way we deal with it is, anybody that gets hit with a Focused Eye Beam, we get them to run straight out the entrance where they came, everyone else dodging at the same time. That way, everybody knows that the I-beam's going to be going in a certain direction. There's virtually an unlimited amount of space for the player who's being targeted by it to run, and they've got plenty of space to run without getting hit. So just move straight away, they get hit maybe once or twice, run out of the way, everyone else stay out of the way of the beam, and it's just fine. Okay, we've dealt with the boss, now let's deal with the arms. His left arm, Shockwave, sweeps the entire raid in the room for lots of nature damage. Different guilds are going to deal with their arms in different ways. We actually leave that arm completely and heal through the damage that's caused, because it's predictable, you know when it's coming, you know what needs to be healed, and you can prepare for it. Slightly more unpredictably, the right arm has an ability called Stone Grip, which grabs 3 random players and does periodic damage to them until you either kill the arm or knock off 450,000 points worth of health. Be fast on this. You need to DPS focus on this arm and get it down as quickly as possible, otherwise you'll find you've got 3 dead players. Now when you kill the right arm, the amount of health that it had will be subtracted from the boss's health. This is why you should always focus DPS on whichever arm you've got targeted. Forget about the boss, because the damage will be reflected back to the boss anyway once you've finished, and you'll be dealing with the fact that you've got players stone gripped. Now when that arm dies, you're going to get a bunch of elemental adds that appear. What you need to do is get a tank in there, take them off to one side, and ranged AoE only. Try not to overag at the same time. The reason I say ranged is because those adds have got a couple of abilities. First of all, they do a constant burst AoE damage, and they do a physical debuff. Now, the physical debuff isn't really anything to worry about, but the constant AoE that they do can quickly wipe out your raid if A, your tank doesn't get them quickly, and B, you overag or go and close into melee range to do instant AoE. So ranged AoE, once they're over on one side, get them all down, then move straight to the boss to continue DPSing. Lastly, that arm is going to repop, so when you're DPSing the boss, it will pop back, and you need to start all over again by taking down that arm. The fight is pretty much a continual wave of repops, killing the arm, dealing with the adds, and going back to the boss until the boss is dead. So good luck!
None shall pass! Oblivion! I will squeeze the life from you! Ah! Oblivion! 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 I will squeeze the life from you! Oblivion! 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 I will squeeze the life from you! Oblivion! 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 Master, they come!